Welcome in. I'm going to be discussing and showing my secrets, my hacks, Zoom video editing, taking questions. Whoever comes in takes a shot, and I'm opening up to all questions. So come in with your questions. I'm here to help, but I'm using one of my Zoom accounts that I use, just setting up how I set up Zoom and show you all that, or if there's any other questions, Zoom hacks, video editing, name it. Let's dig deep into it. Wait, I'm gonna play some music here. Here, I'm gonna find the best view for this, and I like this music better. Nice and soothing for creating in the moment. But I'm just gonna go over. Switch over to my tab here. Let's see if I can pull up YouTube so I can see. Seeing someone trying to come in and handing one. I shared links and then I changed the schedule and everything. So I'm just letting someone know here. Sometimes that happens. Starting messy. Alright. I'll just go there. I'm live on there. Alright. So, alright. What was I gonna do? Trying to find the best viewing option here. Maybe this in the corner. But yeah, I'm using this right here. I'm using this Zoom account and I'm just making it bigger here so I can see here. And let's dig right in. Showing how a lot of questions, how I set up Zoom and everything. That people always have a lot of questions, and I tend to like to turn off the waiting room when setting up like a Zoom meeting and everything. So let's get right into the meetings here, and I'll get into like this is one for this is coming up in 3 days. It's a 3-event series. Just getting right into it. Zoom hacks and anything, questions, let me know. Can even come on screen and have a chat and whatever. But like this is the event I have scheduled for an event Toastmasters that you can see all occurrence, and you can add events. You can go right in here and add. You can see registration. You can see email settings. You can set what email that it comes from and everything, and what people will reply to. Branding, imagery, polls. If you want to add a poll and engaging part of the event, surveys, and then you can add live streaming to YouTube, Twitch, or anything. Where does it give you that option here? Somewhere live streaming. They added so much more settings. You just do a Command F or Control F, and I just do a search for speed things up. Live. So there's only one instance like that mentioned. But anyway, you can do a bunch of stuff once you're inside the event, and you are in your same network because you're only seeing this tab. So now I'm back in this tab anyway. But how I set that up, let's just go to meetings, say schedule new. you'll title. This is the title of my new series Zoom event and series. I just it's very sensitive. I can't say the name and I'll wake up. I have to change the sensitivity on that. Anyway, the series Zoom event. I've given it just a custom title. I won't save anything. Set a date for sometime in the future, 1 hour, time zone. Now, this is an important step here. Recurring meeting. And I usually set 1 day, repeat for 1 day. Now, if you want to set a few, maybe a month, 1 day out of the month or anything, and then you can add on from there, you can do that. But let's just say the next 30 days for you can go up to 100 days. I just realized something. So the next 30 days, and or you can set an end date. You can send an actual custom end date as well. You can add email hosts, but that's only if you have an extra host to the account. Registration required. And then 3 options for registration. You can pick once and can attend all of these occurrences. Need to register for each, or register once and can choose 1 or more occurrences to attend. So there's 3 options you can pick. I'm just going for this one. I'm going with that since I'm not really saving this. You can choose a template and you can create this as a template as well. Whiteboard, docs, passcode. This is an important step here. Security. I like to turn waiting room off. Waiting room just gets annoying, and I don't like to make people waiting. Waiting room goes off. I like to turn these on because this is just cool. I love messing with technology. I love seeing what technology can do. Always playing around with technology. I love to turn these all on. Video. You can say host video on. You can just make people come on with video right away. Same with audio. Both. Actually, no, you can allow telephone or computer or both. This is another important step right here. This is what tells the Zoom when it can open the meeting room based on the schedule you say here, 10 o'clock p.m. So we're just going with 10 o'clock p.m. Let's see what you're seeing here. I'm just going over how I set up a series event in Zoom event. So going based off this 10 o'clock p.m. time, this is important under extra options. I always say allow participants to join at least, say this 5 minutes before. You can go up to 15 minutes before. So technically, the room will open at 9:45 p.m. Central Time. According to this, mute. This is where you can say just mute participants. I'm gonna have video on for everyone, but they will be muted. Then now you can go over here and assign breakout rooms if needed. You can create your rooms, add, type, new breakout room, enter. You can even set up participants if you have their email. You can go save. One breakout room is now open. You can add a new room. This is the second breakout room. I'm gonna come back to the window so I can see any questions anyone may have, because I'm in the tab right now. So enter, and then save. Now there's 2 breakout rooms when this meeting event opens. So moving on along here, we have breakout rooms. Now we can automatically record meeting. You can choose that to local computer. It'll go to my computer. I like that because it starts recording right away sometimes. You can choose that or not. And you can approve or block entry to users from specific regions or countries. So if you want to say that and say, only allow users from US. You can say Canada. So you can whitelist it. This is whitelisting, or you can actually block certain countries. It's probably easier to block countries you don't want people coming from. But you can also say only allow people from United States, Canada, Mexico. But you'd have to list probably many different countries to do this. It's easier to say like, well, you probably want to block from Nigeria. You probably want to block from, I don't know, what's another country that thanks. Hey Nikki, what's another country? Nigeria is one you probably want to block from. So that's setting. If I were to hit save, actually let's go and see. I can delete it. So now this Zoom event is created in our Zoom account. If I go to meetings, this is now I'm going into my event. So it's good to see. So now I have a fresh slate and everything. Details. So now when you go into, remember I created 30 days, 30 events, 30 series in this event. And you can go and you can see starting today or starting on September 30th and then going to October 30th, November 29th, December 29th. So I created once a month. And you can add like a new day. If say I wanted to like set one up for tomorrow at 8 p.m. for an hour, save, go to refresh, click back on to show all occurrences. Oh, I added 3. I probably added 324. So make sure you're choosing the right month. September 24. Let's do this again with September 24. So 8 p.m. for 1 hour. I'll do a refresh. Now I added March 24th. That's what happened. So see it now. I'm still not seeing it. What is it taking the series pattern? I'm thinking. Edit entire series. What did I set for the series again? Every 30 days. Oh, daily repeat every 1 day. Just probably like messing. Let's see here. So now it's doing start on September 30th. If I go September 25 or 24th at 8 p.m. for an hour. So there you go. Now it's been added. So it was going every 30 days. So literally it was taking every month, once a month. But now I just added a new event for September 24th. That's tomorrow at 8 p.m. And all of these dates will use this link. All of these dates will have this link. Can you show how to add multiple dates to a meeting that people can select and register for? Multiple dates to a meeting people can select. Welcome. Multiple dates. Again, let's bring up this question here. How can add multiple dates to a meeting that people can select and register for? So you want to have the dates of the series when they register for the entire series. Did I hear that correctly? Once registered, they register for the entire series in Zoom, and that goes, if I hear it correctly, let's go back to the meeting section. and going into, let's edit the entire series. And it goes under when you say registration required once, and it can attend any occurrence. So that's how actually this is set. Well, which one you can do? They can register once and they can attend any. They don't have to register but once. Or the next one, they'll need to register for each occurrence they pick. They'll pick one, register. If they want to go to another one, they'll have to register again with the second option. And then the third option, which lists a little bit confusing, but attendees register once and can choose one or more occurrences to attend. So it's a little more flexible. They can choose 2 of the 3 or 3 of the 4, and it gives them a multiple selection list to choose from. This is probably the best option because it gives them the most choice. So you change that and click save, and then I'm going to actually follow this link and show you what this does. You see the first one that I just added at 8 p.m. and you'll see all the ones that are available up to October 6th. Shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next 8 events. I can select 2 of the 8 or 3 of the 8. I'm registering. I'm choosing these dates that I can go to. That's the way this is set up. Yeah. Oh, you're not. Let me share this again. Share a new tab here. So I'm gonna show this again. Now this is the window. I clicked on the register link and see how it gives me the option to choose 1, 2, or I can go down here and choose this one. I can register for this or that one. And so just keep resharing so when that was this registration required, has to be in edit entire series, and then register required once and can choose 1 or more. So it gives them the most options. So it's registration. I always turn waiting room off. Waiting room goes off. I like to mess with AI companions, so turn that all on. Let people take notes. It's a fun little gadget to play with. And title, and then save. And that is creating a series and event where people can choose which ones they want to go to, 1 or more. And they don't have to choose all. They don't have to register just for one. They can say register once and say, I want to pick these dates. That's how that is done. And let me know any other questions. Like, comment, share, comment. How can I support you down below in the chat? Live comment. If you're watching a replay, #replay live too. But keep getting messages that say I can no longer record. Do I need to delete old recordings, or how I continue to record? Now, Nikki is coming from the same organization I'm working with, and I think I know where she's coming from with this. And thank you for the question. And I saw you were asking about this earlier too. But in the current account that I'm using here, I actually turned off the record. Let me confirm that. I believe, and it's been just recording to the computer. Where's the record setting? There's so many more settings in this. Zoom is adding. So settings. Let's go in settings here. Let me share this. Okay. Bring this up. All right, leave that question up there. I'll leave that up. So recording here, local cloud. On this, just so you know, I'm in that account. Cloud recording I have off. And then, but you can allow authentication for recording, users recording, but I have that technically off. And somewhere I do have for computer recording. Who can request host internal meeting participants, external meeting participants, Zoom chat, computer. So record the computer files is on. I have that on. You can record the computer in this account. If you're not in the Toastmaster setting, and if you go into the settings, you can choose to turn all these options on. The reason why we do this way is because Zoom limits your recording space to 5 gigabytes. And we will run through that like crazy if we had cloud recording turned on in each of our accounts. So we just made the decision, I think last year, to turn cloud recording off. That's why we have that setting as it is. That's why we have that setting. But yeah, that's cloud recording. A little touch up on cloud recording, and hope that on recording, touch a little bit of recording. Welcome Jamal into the live stream webinar. No problem. Any other questions? Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment helps me help you. It boosts me up in the algorithm and everything, all those algorithms, all that stuff. It helps promote, like, comment, like how I can support you elsewhere, like in the tech video. I think I'm video by trade, and my market thing that I like to always say is that I can learn new things quickly. So if something's coming up that it's maybe complicated for you, or if something that you need to figure out like really quickly, let me know. Email me, live comment on one of my videos. I will get back to you. Download to is registered for a meeting. This is a way I can actually show this. So let's bring up back to share again. I'll hide this comment. So we're downloading and seeing. There's 2 ways, at least. There's 2 ways. There may be even more than that you can see of seeing this attendee list or registration list. There's 2 ways, at least, of doing that I can go off right now. This is, again, Zoom hacks, making your Zoom live scheduling easier, and we're going through all the basic Zoom stuff that you need to know to get the most informed event for your Zoom event. So I'm going to use this one again. This one is going to have 0 registrations. In fact, let me, you won't have to see this, but I'm going to choose, and I'm going to, test for live, and I'm going to put down my email down there, and I'm going to say register to that. So I just registered. So now you're going to see one registration. And let's start from the beginning here. So we're going to find our event, meeting Zoom event, click on it, and it's registration here. This is going to be a very engaging way to see registrants. You can see there's one, that's me, that I just did right now, one registrant. You can set all these options automatically approved. All the people will be automatically approved when registering. Send an email to host, that's an X. The ones with the check marks will close registration after meeting date, so that it'll disappear after the date. Allow registrants to join from multiple devices. Show social share buttons on registration page, and show join in info on registration confirmation page. You can set the email here. You can choose whatever email you like, and that's going to show up in their registration email. You can add imagery and branding right here. What we're looking at, this is the first way. I'll touch on both. This is the first way you can see. The other way, you can actually print out an Excel spreadsheet. But this way, you can just, it'll open up. So here when you see registrants 1, I came over here and clicked view, and then it gives you a list of everyone who registered, and then for the date they registered, with their name and email they typed in. So now there's a better, so now on the day of, this is another thing I like to do, it's another Zoom hack. The day of the event, like 30 minutes before, I say select all registrants, resend confirmation. What it'll do is put an email at the top of their inbox, so they won't have to go searching if they didn't add the event to a calendar. It'll be right on the top of their inbox. That's another thing I like to do. That's just me. And so the other way, the second way, this is helpful for anyone. I'm about to touch on the download who has registered for a meeting. So I'm going to get on the second way you can get a download. You're seeing that side. Okay. Can I move? I'm going to hide me for this next stop. All right. So on this side menu here, you're going to go and come down to reports. Select right there, reports. And I'll let that load here. So now you have usage reports, and you have user activity reports, usage reports. History, this views all meeting and webinar history during that period. So that's in the past. That's participants. You could see who actually attended with this report. And then registrations is to see who actually registered. So you have to select the date range from today, or actually that's yesterday, to the end of the month. You can only select a certain amount of range, but so that's a week span just about. Let's do a search. It's gonna find. So this has all the events with something in that date range, and this is the one that I just created. We have a friend here tells you how many people register for a certain one too. So these, Nikki, FYI, 29 people for this next one coming up on 9:30 or 9:26. Same for 9:26 too. So here's the one that's me, and I'm going to use that. So what you come over here, generate the one you want for all registrants. It's generating. Come back over here while it's generating here, looking at the chat. All right, so now I'm gonna stop the share. Bring me back up here. And no, I want to share screen. Share screen. I'm going to show what the report looks like when I open in Excel. Entire screen. Let's open the download first. Open show and finder. Let's find this download here. Date. So I'm opening it. All right, so that's opening. Let's go back to the stream right here. There, so sharing. So, and yeah, I like to do this so I can see and make it a little bigger. Is the registrant list. There's only one there, and it tells you duration 60 minutes. One registrant registered, approved, denied, canceled. It tells you how many canceled as well, and that's the report that gives you in the that's the download Excel report. So yeah, this is a Zoom. Yeah, thanks for coming, and I'm glad I can do this and help you at the same time, because that's what I'm all about. So I went over creating events, creating multiple series in an event, creating reports, and downloading and showing an attendee registration. Showed you ways that you can get more engagement, especially the day of an event. And this is probably the best way, because you can, again, download an Excel, and you can have a nice sheet of emails that you can copy and paste from. And it's not the most ideal to copy and paste from that registration window in Zoom, but that is yeah, thanks for jumping in and coming and asking the questions on here, because this is all a webinar all about Zoom. And if there's any other burning questions you may have on Zoom hacks, Zoom, creating Zoom events, late night with Tech Ease. I'm calling these webinar series Techies. Play on the word Techies, TECHIES, but Tech Ease, making tech easier for all of our lives. Like, share, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things that you see on the video. It helps me get, helps boost me and everything. And this is it's fun just sitting there and explaining tech. And I'm gonna roll out with if there's any more questions, I can stay on here a little bit. Any other questions, burning questions? Got about possible 20 to 30 minutes left of the hour, or I can cut it short too, and I can roll out with my Some of the Greatness highlights. And I'll end on that note. Do I have it set up? Yes, I do. Zoom hacks, burning questions on Zoom, creating Zoom events, or something else. I could go away from Zoom. I can can touch on. Yeah, thank you. There's no other questions. I might just do that, and this was a good little live. Something that was scheduled while I was still in Arizona, and it was actually late. I scheduled it 8 p.m. Eastern, and I ended up going live at like 9 o'clock because I was like doing the last late night one. But like, if there's no other questions, I can end this, and I can show you my highlights of the Summit of Greatness. And I'll be doing some podcasts here shortly, jumping on some podcasts and talking about that, and I'll share those out as well for the future. If you're interested in seeing my takeaways from that weekend in Hollywood. And that said, here, please enjoy this highlight reel from Summit of Greatness 2025, Dolby Theater, Hollywood, California. I showed this last night too, but I kind of put this together and proud of it a little bit. I put it together kind of fast, but I'll probably make a better one here now. I have a little more time, but here it is. And again, like, share, subscribe before I go here, and comment how I can support you in the comments. I'll respond, and we'll see you in the future. See you in the next video. Bye. Enjoy the Summit of Greatness 2025.
Pack the bags, hit the highway west, chasing dreams under endless skies, from the heartland to the golden crest, where stars align and the real you rise. Self-doubt whispers, but I shut it down. No more chains, I'm breaking free. Engine roaring, leaving my old town, headed to Hollywood where greatness calls me. Get off the ground, get up and go. Do your thing, let the fire show. No more waiting, choose life right now. Ducks in a row, yeah, I'm aligned. Relationships strong, hearts intertwined. Business booming, finance on the climb. Health in check, body prime. Spirit soaring, mind, body, soul. Recreation fun, making me whole. Connections deep, passionate and true. Thoughtful leader, seeing it through. No more hiding in the shadows, gray passion ignites, lighting up the way, connected soul, leading with heart. This road trip's just the start. Hollywood dreams, but the power's within. Overcome, evolve, let the real win. Arriving strong, ready to shine, fought for passionate leader divine. Summit calls, greatness inside.